Congratulations, everybody. You paid off all of your bad debt. So great job. Imagine that that is reality. So you completed your step of establishing your emergency fund with $1,000 to $2,000. You then started the snowball method of paying off all your bad debt, your credit card, your student loan, your auto loan. And now that all of that has been paid off, you are fully free of all of that debt. So now the question is, what do you do with that extra money? Remember in our scenario from yesterday that we talked about had $1,000 that you were putting towards either paying down that debt or that you had been saving from your budget. Well, now because you had been throwing that $1,000 in those different areas, now that you have all that paid off, you have $1,000 extra dollars per month that isn't needed to go towards paying off any debt or anything like that. So what do you do with it? Well, you save even more. So remember, right now in our analogy that you only have $1,000 to $2,000 in your savings account. So now that you have all of that bad debt paid off, you need to fully fund your emergency fund. So you should have anywhere between 3 to 6 months worth of funds in that emergency account. So if you have gone through and created that budget and tracked all your spending, you should be able to identify how much money you spend per month. Maybe it's $3,500, maybe it's $5,000, maybe it's $8,000. I don't know. It's your budget. It's your tracking of your spending. So everybody's going to be different. So whatever that amount is that you spend per month, if it's $3,500 or whatever, then you need 3 to 6 times that amount in your emergency fund. So now that you have that extra $1,000 that you can put because you're put towards your savings account because you don't have any of that bad debt. So take that $1,000, fully fund that savings account until you have 3 to 6 months worth of money set aside in that account. Because there will come a time where you need that money. Maybe you have a water heater that goes out. Maybe you need to put new tires on your car, or you have some major engine work on your vehicle. Whatever it might be, that's an emergency fund. You don't use it for spending on food. You don't use it for vacations. You don't use any of that money except for emergencies. So you should already have in your budget the money going towards other things like that, like your vehicle expenses, saving for vacation, whatever it might be. So you don't touch this emergency fund. Again, it's only for emergencies. So fully fund that after you have paid off all of your debt. And it needs to be anywhere between 3 to 6 months. The more the better, because you never know when you're going to have a major issue with your home or your car, or a health issue, or maybe you lose a job or whatever it might be, or you get a pay decrease, whatever it might be, your hours get cut back. So use that money for your emergency fund if something like that happens. So this video wraps up some of the initial points that we were talking about. Analyzing your budget, going through your spreadsheet of all of your expenses per month, creating that budget, identifying your budget killers, paying off debt, establishing the emergency fund, and then once all that bad debt has paid off, now you're going to fully fund the emergency fund. So in these videos going forward, we are going to be talking about what to do after all of that has been done. So it may be more on investing and how that looks, at least how I consider that. And we will get into that in these next videos. So again, these last 5 videos or so have been just the preliminary steps that I think everybody needs to take. We will go forward in the next videos on part 2 of your finances and what that looks like going forward, assuming that you've made your budget, you established your emergency fund, you've paid off all your bad debt, and now you've fully funded your emergency fund. So everybody have a good weekend. Today's Friday, so enjoy the weekend, and imagine again what it's like to have all of that bad debt paid off, how good that feels. I know that when my wife and I paid off all of our bad debt, it was such a relief. It was amazing to see at how quickly we did it, because again, once that starts snowballing, you begin to find ways to throw more money at it to get it paid off even quicker. So enjoy the debt that has been paid off and congratulate yourself. Feel free to celebrate by going out to eat or doing something special to celebrate the hard work that you've done over the last several months, and getting all of that done. So great job, everybody. We'll see you on the next videos, and we will jump into part 2 of your finances. Thanks. We'll see you later.